Hi, I'm Nisha Arora. I'm a corporate trainer in the area of data science and analytics. I'm passionate about learning and knowledge sharing. I'm launching a new course in collaboration with BIJB Study, Python for Analytics and Data Science, Level 1. We all know that data is the new oil. We all generate lots of data every day. How we can use that data to get more insight about the decisions we can make to have an impact on our company's performance, or maybe something else, to make an impact on the environment, to make an impact on something which is useful for humankind. Here is a quote by Matt Trefero: "Time and money are your scarcest resources. You want to make sure you are allocating them in highest impact areas." Data reveals impact, and with data you can bring more science to your decision. So you have data available to you. How you can harness that data and how you can use the power of analytics, how you can use the available resources. There are so many open source resources available for free to use. How you can use those all to make an impact. That is what we want to learn in this course. Here is the agenda of today's preview. These are some of the questions which comes to learners' mind before they enroll any course. They try to get answers to these questions about the prerequisites, about the learning outcomes, pedagogy, everything. Let me answer these questions for you. First of all, who is this course designed for? So this course is designed for all the beginners who are willing to enter analytics, data science, machine learning, artificial intelligence, these areas. So if you have a passion, you want to enter to this field, this course is a right choice for you. If you are already working as an analyst somewhere in any industry, healthcare, marketing, sales, or finance, or something else, but now you want to learn Python, you are using some of the tools like Excel, SQL, maybe R or something else, and now you want to learn Python, then this is the right place for you to start learning Python. If you are a software engineer who have used Python somewhere, if you are a Python developer who are using Python for other tasks like web development, automation, game designing, mobile app, something like that, but you are new to analytics or data science, you have never done analyzing the data, you want to learn those things, then also this course is a great start for you, because we would be giving you the basics of analytics, basics of data science, right from the first step where you take data and you start handling the data, you start crunching the data, you start exploring the data. So we are starting from that in level 1 course. And if you are a learner with a passion to explore new areas, you are not sure what you want to do, but you have a passion, you want to explore this area, then too it's a great start for you. Second question which comes to learners' mind is, what are the prerequisites of this course? So basically the main prerequisite of this course is you should have a passion for learning and you should have a love for data crunching. If you love data, if you enjoy playing around with data, getting some summaries, getting some insight, manipulating it, and you are passionate about learning, exploring new things, keep doing hands-on, then this is what we need for this course. Of course, if you have basic familiarity with data, if you have used data before in your work or in your research, then it's an added advantage. And if you know Python already, then also it is an added advantage. If you are a programmer and if you know coding basics, then it is an added advantage. But these are not the required skills. If you don't know anything about data, if you don't know anything about programming, if you don't know anything about Python, if you don't know anything about statistics, if you don't know anything about analytics, don't worry, then too you will be able to understand all these courses. So I will make sure that the course is easy to grasp for beginners, and the course gives lot more insights to those who are already experienced. Now if you are thinking, why should I opt for Python for analytics or Python for data science course, we can break this question into two parts. There are so many courses available and you are thinking about why to choose this particular course. So I will break this question into two parts. First part is why to learn Python, and second part is why to learn analytics. So let me answer these two questions one by one. Why I have chosen Python as a language for this course? Because you can see here, most of the major companies, big recruiters are using Python for data related jobs. You might have heard about a craze these days about entering in FANG companies, Facebook, Amazon, Netflix and Google. And if you are also one of those who want to enter these companies, you should get yourself upskilled and updated in the technologies which are trending, which they are using very frequently. Look at this statistics here now. October 2020 compared to 1 year ago for different languages, and what they are comparing is what users are searching on internet, what kind of tutorials users are searching every day on internet. So based on that they have done a survey, and this is the result. Python tops, it is rank 1, and its trend is still increasing, and there are other languages also, Java, JavaScript and also. So you can see that currently Python is #1 choice of users. Similar insight we can also get by this curve which I have just taken from Stack Overflow. You might be knowing Stack Overflow. Basically, Stack Exchange is a community where you have different QA sites for different domains, and Stack Overflow is very popular QA site among coders and programmers, where they ask their programming related queries and other people answer those queries. So it's a great learning resource also, and great place to get your queries answered. So if you look at the survey of Stack Overflow, and this is the survey from 2009 to 2020, and you see different languages we have compared: Python, .NET, Java, C++ and R, and this blue line is for Python. So the trend is increasing. On the y-axis, what they have measured is percentage of Stack Overflow questions on this particular topic. So most users are now asking questions related to Python. It means everybody is using Python actively around the globe. These stats tells us Python is becoming so popular. It's everyone's choice, not only for data science but for other tasks also, because Python is a general purpose programming language. For other tasks also it is becoming popular. But for data science community, it has done a lot of improvement in recent years. It's still developing, new libraries are coming up every day. It's #1 choice for those who use data science or analytics for their day-to-day work. Why they prefer Python over other languages? Why it is becoming so popular so quickly? There are reasons to it. First, Python is very easy to learn because it's a high-level programming language. If you are not a programmer, you have never done any programming before, then too you can very easily jumpstart Python coding. It's very simple. It's high-level programming language, means all the functions are written already. We have so many advanced libraries, so we don't need to do everything from scratch the way we used to do things in C or Java or other programming language. Here it's very simple. Suppose you just want to print "I love this course," then you just need to use a print statement. That's it. And inside quotation marks, you can write here "I love this course," and it will print this string for you. If you want to use it as a simple calculator, for example, you want to find out some calculation, you can simply type this in your console and it will do the computation and give you the answer. So it's very easy to use. The second reason for making it so popular is it's very flexible language. Flexible means you can integrate it easily with other languages, R, Java, .NET. You can even invoke C or C++ functionalities used inside Python, and it's scalable also, so you can use it for large data sets also, or for huge data set. If you want to use distributed computing, you can easily integrate it with Dask or Spark. Those who are data engineers and they want to deploy machine learning models or data science models, for them also Python is #1 choice because of its functionalities. And third thing is it's open source. Of course, it's great because it's open source, so it's available for free. You can just download it, install it, and start using it for any purpose. And the great thing about it is it has great community support. So a lot of active users are not only using Python, but they are supporting the communities by answering other people's queries, raising bugs, solving those issues, making tutorials. So a great community support is there. So if you are new to Python, if you stuck somewhere, if you get some errors, it's really easy to get answers to those queries, and it's really easy to debug your code. People out there are ready to help you very quickly, and Stack Overflow is one popular QA site for this. There are other ways also to get answers, but it's really popular. Whenever you will search any queries, any Python error, any coding error on internet, most of the time you end up landing into Stack Overflow questions. And definitely you have great tutorials, great resources available for you, great blogs and great books which are freely available for you to learn Python and to explore more about Python for analytics. So these are the reasons which makes Python so popular. Now let's talk about why analytics. I think we have already discussed some part of it, that the idea is to go from numbers to information to understanding. We have numbers, but how to use those numbers, how to get insight, and how to use those insight to make an impact. That's where analytics comes into play, because these days we have data available to us. We have different tools available to us. We have analytics tool, we have visualization tools, we have dashboarding and business intelligence tool. We have so many computational resources available to us. If you have heard about deep learning, you might have heard that we have pre-trained models also available to us. So many things is now becoming open source. We have all those things available to us, but how we can use all those things, how we can harness the power of data, the power of computational resources to get insight and to make an impact. For that, we need to know analytics, we need to know data science. So in this course, we will start learning about how we can explore data, how we can get few insights. Now, this is the most important question. What are you going to learn in this course? After completion of this course, what will you be able to learn? You will be able to learn, create and import data sets. So creating some toy data set for just for exploring purpose. Sometimes we want to explore something new and we just quickly create a toy data set to understand that particular function or library. We will learn how to import data sets. Now data sets can be in different formats. So we will be covering in this course few important formats of data set, how we import and how we export. Now merge and append data set from different resources. Sometimes we have different data sets available to us on different databases. We want to use all those data sets, we want to merge most of the data set in one single file so that we can analyze it further and we can get more insight. One simple example, if you are working in human resource department and you are trying to figure out why employees are leaving the company. So this is your question which you want to analyze and you don't know how to start, but as a human resource person, you have access to different databases of the company, and in those different databases you might have data related to people's experience, their skill sets, when did they join, so joining date, how many projects they have worked with, who were their leaders in those projects, they have worked on site or off-site, did they get any promotion in the company, if yes, when and at what level of experience they got the promotions, have they made any request in the past, or are their requests approved or rejected, were the employee transferred or sometimes. So all those kind of things you have, these kind of information, many more information you have, but in different databases. So you want to use all those different data sets and you want to merge those data sets so that you can further analyze and you can find out why the employees are leaving. You might also want to analyze their exit interview. You might also want to get some psychometric analysis done. Usually HR people use those kind of Likert scale kind of analysis done. So you have all those different sort of data sets and you want to merge and get more insight. So we will learn how we can merge or append data from different sources. Those who have used SQL might be knowing something about SQL joins. So it's very similar to that and it's very easy to do in Python. You will learn to explore missing values. For example, in a data set, few values are not available to you, few entries are wrong entries and invalid entries. So you will learn to explore those things. You will learn to explore the distribution and the relationship between the variables. So if there is any relationship between employees' experience and skill or maybe something else, we will see it for different data sets. So and how you can fill those invalid or missing values, how you can clean for those. Do you want to remove, or how you can clean those missing values or invalid values? We will see that in that course. We will also see how you can aggregate for different groups and how you can find different summaries of a data set. So these kind of things and many more things. We will be using real life data set from different industries and different domain, and we would be trying to find out answers to these things. For example, this is one of the site where we have data related to world population, and in which we can get different data sets if you explore it a little more. So currently this web page is talking about the population of countries, and if we scroll down, here is the data of different companies, their population in 2019, 20 and growth rate and area and something else. On this site only, this is the data, median age of males and females and group age, and this also contains the population of 2020. This is the data of different companies for GDP and debt to GDP ratio, and this is the data set for different countries. I think for something else, yep, for GDP and few more indicators. So these all are different data set on the same website. You can browse and you can search the data you are looking for. So we will try to first get those data in our Python environment, and we try to merge these data sets to answer queries related to anything. If you are interested in what are the countries for which the median age is above 40 years, for those countries, what is the population, what is the GDP, if you want to look at the employment rate for those countries or something else, some other statistics, and you want to analyze, that kind of task we can do in Python. So this is just one example. There are many things which we will be seeing in our course, and we will be taking data from different domains. And let's talk about pedagogy of this course. This course would be purely hands-on session using Google Colab, Jupyter and Spider. These are different IDEs of Python. If you have never heard about those, don't worry. Most of the time we would be using Google Colab, but I'll be showing you how to do it in Spider and Jupyter also. And as I said, we will be taking real data from different industries, so you will find something relevant to your field also. We would be using whiteboard lesson for some conceptual topic, but to be very honest, in this course we are not doing too much of a statistical concept or in-depth algorithm, prediction algorithm or something like that. So this would be limited in this particular level 1 course. In level 2 course we would be focusing more on different concepts, and the one very great feature of this course is you will get well curated exercise with solution for practice. So you will be getting a set of 4 or 5 exercises, and I would encourage you to solve those exercises yourself. If you stuck somewhere, get help from Google, but try to solve it yourself. But finally, if you want to look at my solution, the solution would be available for you to solve. We will be also presenting a quick summary of each lesson, recommended reading and resources for you to explore further. And for most of the topics, we would be using Pandas library in this course. In NumPy, these are the popular library which are used for data science and analytics. In Python, these are the library which are very popular in analytics or data science domain. But for the current course, we would be focusing more on Pandas library. We might use sometimes NumPy or Matplotlib, but mostly our focus would be on Pandas library because it's very powerful library. If you look at the trends, it's the current trend as I have shown you. So let me write Pandas. You see the rest of the libraries, NumPy is on the top, and here is Matplotlib, here is Scikit-learn. These libraries, if you have heard of, but when I enter Pandas, this is my Pandas library. So it's really a powerful library for data wrangling, data manipulation, and a lot of things you can do just by learning Pandas library. If you have prior background with Python data structure and little bit knowledge of NumPy, it would be great. If you don't know, don't worry about that. You will still be able to understand the course. Level 1 course would be mostly focusing on using Pandas. In level 2, we might learn more about different libraries to get more insight about the data. Now, doubts in query handling, how that can be done, how can you enroll for the course, these questions would be better answered by BIGB. Thank you so much. So, are you ready for the course? If you have any more questions, please feel free to share.